Alright, so we're playing today Doki Doki Club Meetings. It's the first season. This may take a while. This is a really big mod. I forgot to turn Do Not Disturb. Dang it, hold on. Okay, so like I said, this is a really big mod. I lost my wording, god dang it. This is a really big mod. There's seasons, there's 4 seasons so far. I'm not gonna play season 4 until I'm not gonna play season 4 till the collection, the full season collection is ready. I just have to download the season 3 collection. Anyways, let's get into this. Summer vacation. A traditional time for shows to make off-season episodes. Often the characters will sometimes visit. Often the characters will visit some exotic location like a beach. Typically an excuse for outrageous fan service. But we would never stoop to anything so cheap, of course. It was quite the semester, wasn't it? I suppose you might have downloaded this directly without playing the individual. I suppose you might have downloaded this directly without playing the individual episodes we released. Yep. First time. I guess, kind of. Anyways, welcome then. I guess you might be surprised to see me here, or maybe you're wondering what happened to everyone else. It's kind of a long story, but don't worry, everything's fine. I do recommend you play through the episodes first, before accessing any of the other content on here. That'll be easy to do for you, since fortunately I've wrapped up all the replays of everything that happened over the last 13 weeks of the semester. So you should be able to access all of them from here within this download. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can just watch the episodes there, of course. I've also included some extras. For instance, we collected all the poems written by the club in one place, so you can view them. At your leisure. Yeah, I am not really built for this game for a game with this much reading, but I'm still going to play it. Okay. And the same thing with all the mods everyone made this semester, including Sayori's mod, which we didn't actually show during the school year. I don't recommend you play that one though. She wrote it when she was in kind of a dark place. So consider yourself fairly warned if you do. Anyway, I also put in some commentary I recorded from everyone about their poems and mods. So hopefully you'll enjoy hearing what everyone has to So hopefully you'll enjoy hearing what thoughts everyone has to provide on their work, like a director's commentary. Also, we're going to answer some of our email backlog today. Just let me know when you want to do that and I'll get everyone together. Everyone's pretty busy at the moment though. We took a multi-day trip to visit this combination aquarium and water park place near where we live. Mostly we've been doing everything together as a club, but today we're kind of just doing our own thing. So have fun and I'll see you later. Okay. Pretty sure this is... Yep. Should we do the mods? Okay, let's see some of the mods. We have Shadows Over the Literature Club by Yuri, Baking with Natsuki by Natsuki, Doki Doki Wine Club by MC, Doki Doki Ship Club by Monica, and No Matter What by Sayori. Let's do No Matter What. Okay guys, look, Monica says I need to record, bro. I don't care. Let's go. No Matter What by Sayori. He seems really to be. Oh my gosh. He really seems to be taking to it. It's so nice to see him having fun with the others. And not with you. Yeah, but that's okay. Look at him being all silly. Makes me glad, but I also feel lonely, which you are. God damn. Rain clouds? You deserve to be. Just look at how well everyone else does without you. Yeah. I just can't help but feeling a little bit of regret. We were so close for so long. And it hurts to see him move on. Everyone moves on. Maybe you should too. The rope's still sitting there under your bed. I feel like my depression is worse than usual. It's only gonna get worse from here. I wish I would have gotten to tell him I love him before he forgot about me. I wish we could spend more time together before the rest of the literature club takes him over. Well, that's stupid. He wouldn't. Please just stop. I'm so tired. Oh, there you are. I don't have the energy to argue with myself anymore. You don't get a say in it. Hey, Sayori. Well, there's nothing left for me to argue with. I just have nothing, and a hand passes in front of my face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? I flash MC my biggest smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone else. Oh, alright. If you say so. MC walks off to talk to Monica. That was a close one. He needs to never find out about the truth. It would only make his life messy. Suffer in silence. Ugh. It makes me feel really jealous to see him talking with the others. I guess that's not really fair, since I brought him here with that in mind in the first place. But still. No. You know what? Shut up for a second. Damn, what did it even say? Can't believe that you... Okay. This is making me feel something for once. Like I have power over my depression. I should do something. Like what? Like, I don't know, something MC related. What a typically idiot plan, or lack of a plan. Shut up. Still no better comebacks than shut up, huh? You shouldn't have to have comebacks against yourself. Yeah, but you do. Sucks to be you. After a while, Monica approaches and kneels down beside Sayori's desk. She speaks in a low, gentle voice. Hey, she said you were feeling a little off. Yeah. Hell yeah, bro, swing DDLC mods again. Hell yeah, I am. This is gonna be a long ass mod. This isn't even like the main mod. This is like a separate thing. I'll get to that in a second. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save and then restart the game real quick so I can pick up where I left off. By the way, is the audio for DDLC duplicated? I just want to make sure it's not. Okay, it doesn't seem to be. We're good. So, new game. Just gonna skip over all this. So this is going to be a really, really long mod. Honestly, I don't even think I'm going to freaking do the Season 1 Club mods until, like, after we get all the episodes done. It's 12 episodes. So one of them takes about an hour to maybe 2 hours. So I think I'm going to do 2 episodes today, 2 tomorrow, and then... Today's... Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. So 2 today, 2 tomorrow, and then 2 on Thursday. Then I'm gonna skip out on Friday and Saturday. Then do 2 more. And I'll do it until I'm done with season 1. Then I'll do season 2. And then after that I'll do season 3. And then I'll wait until the season 4 collection comes out to do season 4. That was a mouthful. Okay, I think I can manage that too then. Hang on. Whatever that means. Alright, it's done. I think we have about... Alright, it's done. I think we have about as much privacy as we're going to get. Fine then. I'm ready as I'll ever be. Okay, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Silence. The motion carries. Why does it seem like a freaking court case? A brief moment passes, and then the sound of quiet, muffled sobs. I hate this. The crying continues for a few seconds. I hate this. Okay. Sorry. I hate this. How could you all stand it? It's awful. It's not even... Hey. Stop it. But it's horrible. I can't even deal with this. I mean, right now, everything's all... I know, but seriously, you have to get a grip. We all need to get a grip. This is why it all happened in the first place. You're strong enough to do this, but we need you to be strong. Yeah, don't cry. We'll all be alright, I promise. You'll be okay. Do you need a hug? Guys, I don't think this is really what she needs right now. This is really hard for her. No, it's okay. You're right. I just need a minute. Okay. Back to normal then, whatever that means. Okay, everyone. We're just about done for today, but for next week, let's try and get some poems written to share, alright? Just whatever seems before. No, I don't think any of us are ready to pretend like everything's that normal. Let's just write our poems about all of this and what this means to you. About a reality? I guess that's one way to put it. Anyway, club is adjourned. Boo, throw tomatoes, boo. Shut up, this is just getting started. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back real quick. Alright, I have returned. Oh, whatever. Oh dang, right, I forgot about that. First things first, anyone object to me changing the privacy stuff back? Nope. No. Doesn't look like it, Monica. Alright, working now? Yep, looks like it. Although, I guess this is the same instance since the history hasn't been clear. Weird. Anyway. There we go. Now we're getting started. Okay, everyone. Before we get into any of our planned activities, just spend most of the club time how you want, okay? Relax a bit. Yuri immediately heads to her habitual desk by the window. Are you going to read manga today, Natsuki? Sure, why not, I guess. You want any company while you read? I didn't know you read manga, Sayori. I don't. But I'd be happy to come read with you if you want. Nah, it's okay. Don't trouble yourself on my account. You two lovebirds should spend time together. Natsuki immediately starts rummaging through the closet. Dude, bro's face. Y'all can't see it over the webcam. You know, I'm gonna move it over here. What's this mod about? I'd like to know myself. I've watched this mod before. I won't spoil anything. But there's like a lot of stuff that happens throughout this mod. The MC, as you can see right here, becomes an actual character, which I think is cool. Anyways, let's continue. What about you, Monica? Honestly, I'm probably just gonna write some more, although Yuri mentioned she might want some help with something later. Monica, the shelves! Excuse me a moment. So, MC, what do you want to do? I'm not really sure. I guess it's not that surprising. Especially as far as I'm concerned. But neither of us really did anything before the club was, literary. excuse me. At least not anything that was really distinctive to us. But maybe I just, would you like to do something together? Yeah. Do you have any ideas for what to do? Think, Sayward, think. Something that MC likes that we can do in the club. It doesn't sound too weird or just really flirty. We could watch anime. Wouldn't that disturb the others? Also, there's no TV. We can watch it on my phone on a low volume, if that's okay. Yeah, I'd like that. But this isn't the anime club, you know? Does anime count as literature? Shh, don't the others... Shh, don't let the others hear you ask that. It'll be a whole thing. I'm the vice president. I'm gonna imagine MC with the lesbian haircut now. Oh my gosh. My face can't be like obstructing everything. I might just turn off my webcam. I might just like make it like really small. Like, hold on. That should be good. Anyways, I'm the vice president of the literature club. And anime is literature if I say it is. And it is. I command it. Flawless logic. Then it's settled. Come on, let's go put some desks together. Everyone's doing their own thing. Alright, who should we check up on, guys? Who should we check up on? I'm letting chat decide. Yuri? Okay. Yuri has a laptop open on her desk right now, but she doesn't seem to be paying but she doesn't seem to be paying attention to it right now. Instead, she's reading a book, laying on the next desk over. She seems to have a new book today. The book's title and author aren't visible since the book is flat on her desk. But it's pretty clear. But it's clearly not Portrait of Markov. Maybe she finally finished it. This universe is no narrow thing compared to the other. Oh my god, Yuri's text is so hard to read. Honestly, the club meeting dev got their personalities mastered. Anyways, the universe is no narrow thing in the order within it is not constrained by the latitude in its conception to repeat what exists in one part in any other part. You just suck at reading? Yeah, you're right, I do. I think I need to read that a second time. Or maybe it's just time to get back to work. Then I can try to figure out that line during the next reading break. Yuri turns to a computer and starts happily typing away. The screen is filled with code. Looks like she's working on a visual novel. She finishes typing with a flourish and then hits the launch button. But the program throws up an error message and won't run. Hey, Monica? Yuri speaks softly so that Monica, deep into whatever she's writing, doesn't hear. Yuri raises her voice a little. Hey, Monica. Hey, Yuri, what's up? Oh, you're going ahead with your plan then? I am indeed. You're not practicing on... No, of course not. That seemed unwise and maybe unethical. Yeah, I guess I have no idea what happens if we run a modified recursive instance, but best not to try now, or at least definitely don't try until you know what you're doing. Understood. So what are you working on? It's just a really simple story, so I can get the hang of sprites, using audio and setting up logic contingent operations. I'm using some basic tutorial assets. Holy bro, Yuri's like dialogue is so hard to read right now, bro. I never usually struggled reading Yuri's dialogue. Anyways, wow, you seem to be taking to it pretty quickly. Well, I'm doing okay. I'm certainly running into problems though. Enough. Right now, I'm a little bit stuck on this. Yuri gestures after her Yuri gestures at her screen as Monica walks around the desk to see. Oh, I see the problem. I used to make this same mistake all the time when I was first. Anyway, this just needs a set of parents around the arguments. It seems weird because the arguments are already in quotes, but the command expects all the arguments to be wrapped up in parentheses for some reason. Thank you so much. My pleasure. Yuri goes back to typing. She types extremely quickly, and the code flies onto the screen. Periodically, she stops to think for a moment, then returns straight to typing, and returns straight to typing for minutes on end. She's impressively focused. She continues for a long while, not seeming to notice the loud laughter coming from Sayori, or the clatter of Natsuki rummaging through the closet. Whew. Time for another reading break, I think. She rotates in her seat. She rotates in her seat back toward the book. No, oh my god, I suck at reading. She rotates in her seat back towards her book and picks up where she left off. The beauty of this prose is so striking, but it certainly doesn't make it particularly comprehensible. I wonder if this is how Natsuki feels when she reads my writing. Alright. We are going to check up on MC and Sayori now. Sayori and MC are leaning in over Sayori's phone watching an anime. Wait, I don't get it. What's not to get? So this girl is an alien. Yes. In fact, she's one of a thousand avatars of sanity destroying eldritch love crane deity. Yep, specifically she's not even gonna try to pronounce that. But she's cute, extremely violent, and super. But she is a cute, extremely violent, and super ginky anime schoolgirl. Also true. Who's desperately in love with a totally normal anime schoolboy who is a severe tsundere. You've got it. Okay, I'm not even gonna. Okay then. I'm sorry. Okay, wait, what did Yuri say? Hello, yes, did one of you guys mention? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Don't sneak up on me like that. Man, you move really quietly. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I just heard what you guys were talking about and I got really excited. Aw, that's okay. Just make some noise when you come up behind me next time. So this is a Lovecraft-based anime? Yes, but also no. I mean, it draws pretty heavily on Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu tabletop RPG. Ooh. But, it takes a general base into some pretty weird anime kind of direction. Like, for instance, how did I get existence? Oh my god. Stop with the tomatoes. Trust me, things will improve. Like, for existence, whatever that says is actually just a theme park with an underground human trafficking auction. God damn. Okay then. What the fuck? There we go. Okay. I see. And the I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. I've never seen that word in my life. Really likes the male lead character. Like, a lot. Like, take this bathtub scene. What's wrong with you? Get out of here. No, thank you. I thought we could consummate our love before our parents return from their trip. For your parents return from their trip. She's drooling. Don't worry, it won't hurt. There's nothing to be afraid of. Now, let's become the Adam and Eve of the new generation. Get out! Stab. Zacrello! So yes, I mean, it's basically just a normal high school romance anime that has these, like, comic horror elements. And the boy stabs her with a fork all the time to be Asun. And she always yells out an anime reference in pain. It's weird. It's really cute though. The girl's really aggressive, but it's super adorable how much he cares about him and how he really tries to convey that he doesn't care about her. But he does actually care about her. He totally does. Yeah, you guys like that lovey-dovey stuff, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense that whatever that word is just suddenly part of a cute anime world, and it's apparently totally harmless. Well, MC, as you know, that word has 1,000 masks. And who's to say one of them isn't some Genki anime schoolgirl? A perfectly normal looking, cute, radiantly positive high school girl who's actually an unspeakable abomination of wielding power and horror beyond comprehension. Does this thought disturb you? What's going on? And my face cam is still obstructing. There we go. Let me move the chat box up here. Oh, wait, what? Wait, no, that's the... I don't know why the chats aren't showing up in the chat box. What's happening? I literally just asked that question. Such an unspeakable monstrosity preying on its pure, innocent high school boys in a form of a seemingly pleasant and cheery. Perhaps this phrase your all too fragile sanity, for it is written. I don't know what's going on. And where that went, rest vanished for the small hours and were rent worth screams of nightmare. He looks terrified. Why does he look so terrified? Honestly, it makes sense why he looks so terrified. Nightmare. Does this multifarious power of the crawling chaos, yeah, even to become an anime girl, send you shrieking and cursing to the court of madness at the center of all space? What is she yapping about? Holy dude. This is like the 5th time I'm gonna do this. Oh my god, bro. Because if so, I'd say it's pretty true to the source material. Just goes back to normal like it's nothing. Like nothing ever happened. Just gonna go back to normal. Man, Yuri's so cool. And what is Yuri on? Probably everything. She'd be reading too much of that Portrait of Markov stuff. Oh, hold on, I need to put it. I don't know why I didn't put the stream in the announcements already. There we go. Anyway, should we get back to the show? Yeah. Just let me look about multifarious means real quick. Seems like something Sayori would do. Alright. Let's go check up on Monica. Monica, huh? Yes, Monica. Oh, there's a new background. So, Cole, I have a small secret. I didn't finish my poem for today yet. How are you gonna be the club president and not having finished your freaking poem? You're the club president. You have to have your poem finished. Are you stupid? Let me answer that for you. Yes, you are. Even though I thought I was the one that, even though I was the one that assigned the poems to everyone, I really didn't have any good ideas until this morning. I guess I was pretty distracted this week. But inspiration struck right when I woke up. Fortunately, I always keep some paper and pen next to my bed. So, you should do the same, Cole. Boo, Monica. Anyway, sometimes people wake up with really creative ideas that are very quickly forgotten if you don't record them somewhere. I think it has something to do with carrying forward your ideas that you had while you were dreaming. At least, that would make sense, since you can easily forget those ideas as quickly as you do in your dreams. I want a monster right now. I don't have any... Well, there's a monster in my fridge, but I got that from my sister, and it's a flavor that I don't like. I want a purple monster. Yes, I drink the purple monsters. They're good. That's Monica's writing tip of the day. I don't need your writing tip of the day. Anyways, so the dream I had last night was actually a nightmare. I've been having a lot of nightmares recently. Not like the old nightmares where the game wasn't running. I figured out how to fix that. What is it with you and energy drinks? I don't know. Sort of. But now we can basically live pretty normal lives even when the game isn't running. I don't know, like I've gotten like re-addicted to energy drinks after something happened that I don't want to say because of my rights to privacy. Or at least normal as normal as it can get for us in here. Anyway, even though I've been having nightmares, at least waking up from this one helped me with my poem. The poem ended up being a little dark as a result. But writing it helped me process a little bit, you know? Something on my glasses. I wonder if the others wrote stuff this depressing. Well, I wonder if the others also wrote stuff this depressing. But please, don't worry about me when you read it, okay? And don't worry about the others if they also wrote sad sounding things. We've been through a lot. Anyway, I just have a few lines left, I think. Monica starts muttering half audibly to herself as she writes. Cold. I was cold. Freezes. Page freezes. No, this doesn't need to rhyme. She looks a little upset and presses her pen forcefully into the page for her last few lines. And there it is. I hope the others appreciate this. And that you do too. I'm gonna go work on administrative. I'm gonna work on administrative stuff for the club's annual report to the student council for a bit now. Oh, and be sure to check on Natsuki too, okay? No, fuck Natsuki. She's acting unusually muted today. Thanks. Fuck Natsuki. Fuck Natsuki. Natsuki slumped against the wall, rereading Parfait Girls. What is her obsession with that manga? In any manga I see, she always has Parfait Girls. What is her obsession with that manga? I can't really talk because I have Monsters We Make, but this is only the first volume. Shout out to Korix Kenshin, by the way. It is a peak manga. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's peak. Anyways. It's bad enough that I usually don't get the chance to pick up new manga. But even if I could, there's never gonna be more issues of Parfait Girls. And now the publisher is out of business. Of all the series to not be picked up, of all the series not to be picked up for another run, life is really unfair sometimes. She sighs profoundly and goes back to reading. After a while, it's clear that her mind is not really on the manga. She's turning the pages, but her eyes are barely moving. As she stares into the middle distance, her eyes suddenly start to water and she looks away. She buries her face for her hands. She buries her hands. She buries her face in her hands for a moment and wipes away her tears as discreetly as she can before looking around to see if anybody noticed. No one is looking, but there seems to be a distinct break in loud ruckus between... Wait, okay. No one is looking, but there's a distinct break in the loud ruckus over by where Sayori and MC are watching their show. I can't believe that happened. MC, do you mind if we take a quick break? So I can run to the girls' room? Yeah, let me just pause. Hey, Natsuki. Hey girl, what's up? I'm just about to run out to the hallway real quick. I was gonna see if you wanted anything. Nah, but thanks. Unless you find a new Parfait Girls. Unless you find a new volume of Parfait Girls out there, in which case, dibs. I'll keep an eye out. How's everything going? Fine. You sure? Yes, I'm sure. You clinger. Everything's fine. Oh my gosh. Natsuki, chill out. I'm glad to hear that. Because I love you and care about you unconditionally. Everyone here does. And we'll always be here for you no matter what. You're really important to the club and we're always glad to have you here. That you're here. Jeez, what's with all the stab? Just wanted you to know. Sheesh. Siri leaves the room. Everyone else looks preoccupied with their own activities. The faintest smile fleets across her face. Maybe I left myself something different to read in here. I need to put on the live chat real quick. Oh my gosh, okay. My computer's been acting up. I don't know what it is. Monica probably be infecting my computer. Okay, everyone, time to share poems. No one looks very excited at the prospect today. Who wants to go first? I thought today we might read each other's poem as a group. I'll go first. The group passes Yuri's poem around as she self-consciously fiddles with her hair. I'm not gonna read Yuri's poem because I can't read cursive. I think I understand. The imagery is wonderful, as usual from you, and the sentiment is very pleasing to me. Overall, I say the poem makes me feel envious, I think. Natsuki, what did you think? Well, I still think it's too wordy. It uses a really complicated metaphor to explain something really simple. And all the $5 words make you strain to see what she's getting at. But I think it's really good. As much as that pains me to admit it. This is definitely my favorite poem of Yuri's. It's great. You really like it that much? Of course I do, you big dummy. This is amazing work. There are even things in here I wish I'd ripped off from my own poem. Thanks, Natsuki. That means a lot to me. Your poem made me feel really fuzzy and cozy. Thank you, Sayori. Is that it? Yep. My gratitude for the feedback then. MC, do you have any feedback for Yuri? Well, MC fiddles with his own poem as he looks around the room. And I'm not sure that I do, actually. I'm not really smart enough to criticize a Yuri poem. Oh my gosh. I remember this mod that someone played. It was literally just... Goku dies. Hello, Mimolk? Is that how you pronounce your name? Either way, welcome in. How are you doing? Who the fuck is the MC? Apparently this guy right here, he was like turned into like an actual character. I don't really want to spoil it too much in case you're actually interested. There are playthroughs of this mod if you want to go look at those. I don't know, I'm like just getting back into Doki Doki Literature Club. Plus, to be completely honest, my brain isn't working really well right now because I'm dreading it being my turn to share. Oh, yeah. That's okay, MC. Yes, this is a mod. It's normal to feel a certain degree of stage fright when sharing your work publicly. Sorry, I had like an itch in my throat. Tell me what you thought about it later if you like. Sure thing. Who's next to share? I'll go next. Go easy on me though, okay? Each member of the club interns quietly reads Monica's poem. Ice down the I don't know that word. Back to my old familiar home. I have all the comforts I can settle in. But wait, a change. They turned down the temperature, snowed me in, locked me in ice. Ice is peaceful. You barely notice as it constricts your limbs. Ice is beautiful. You see the blue, white, clear through it. You see the blue white clear through it and see exactly what it is doing to you. Ice is cold, and it makes you beautiful and peaceful and cold. In my room of rhyme, I think, yeah, in my room of rhyme, amidst, oh my gosh, amidst all of my familiar comforts, I smile happily and drink my tea and nibble at my cakes, heedless of the encroaching ice. Encroaching ice? I'm pretty sure. Encasing my hands, my eyes, my heart, until at last it freezes the pen in my hand. The ink freezes the ink on the page, freezes its poem at its loss. It was the ice. Sorry, I know it's a bit much, but it was supposed to communicate how you really feel, right? I think it does that really well. My earbud cord, bro. The oppressive feeling of it really comes across. That's very much what I was going for. I think it's terrifying. The juxtaposition of the familiar and comfortable with the alien and its invasive. Exceptional. You guys are way better at this than I am. I'm pretty dumb when it comes to this kind of stuff. Same here, dude. You're not alone. I can't even find the words to describe your guys' work. A good way to get across... A good way to get across what a poem does for you is to describe how it feels to you. How do these poems make you feel? Well, those are different questions, I guess. I'm having a hard time feeling anything myself right now because I'm pretty distracted with anxiety. Yuri nods. But Monica's poem and yours were both very particular to them. Very particular feels to them, I guess. Holy crap. Your poem always feels ponderous and thick, like they're underwater and they feel old and ancient somehow. Yeah, like some ancient white creature you go to for advice or for your quest in a movie. Not exactly how I'd put it, but yeah. Now Monica's poem feels springy and crisp, like they have a rhythm to them that reminds me of like a storyteller dramatically telling a story to young children with dramatic pauses. Part of it is the way she uses the page. Monica really likes spacing and indentation. Monica really likes to use spacing and indentation to convey the speed and rhythm she wants you to read the lines inside your head. Punctuation too. She's very good at using the right punctuation mark for the right sense. It keeps her poems very crisp, to use your phrasing. Well, it's still a little bit beyond me and my level of experience. But it was really good. But that was really good, Monica. Thanks everybody. Who'd like to go next? I think I'm ready to show mine now. Siri passes a poem around the room. You know what, I'm not gonna read this. If you want to see the poems, download them on for yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, Sayori. Hey, real quick. Don't go freaking out on me. It's only poetry. Sayori grins widely. So don't read too much into it, okay? It's only an outlet. Well, it definitely gets its point across. One of the things I always admire about your poetry is how brutally authentic it is. It's very stark. That's a good way to put it. Indeed, Sayori's poetry is adept at the blending of joy and despair. I have to go on Do Not Disturb on Discord real quick. Okay, anyways. And the effect is trebled because of... And the effect is trebled because we know Sayori so well. When Sayori's writing delves into a very dark, it's like... To the very dark, it's like being unable to look away from an open bleeding wound. It's horrifying, and you want to desperately stop looking to spare yourself the pain of feeling what the author is conveying. But you... Oh my god, Yuri, chill out. Oh my god. But you can't. It forces you to compare. It forces you into that perspective so that you can feel the author's pain and their terror. Hey. Everyone turns to look at Natsuki. She just said not to read too much into it. And now we're talking about how the poem lets us see things that's really awful and painful in her. It's just an outlet. Like she said. But now we're making it about her instead of the poem, and it's making her uncomfortable. Just because you paint a picture of something gory doesn't mean you're a violent person. And because Sayori wrote a sad poem about what happened doesn't necessarily mean she's in horrible pain. Or even if she is, that doesn't mean she wants us to talk about it. Her poem deserves to be judged by its own merits, rather than what we're projecting onto her. And I think it's strong, if a little scary. And we don't need to be constantly making Sayori feel self-conscious about we don't need to be constantly making feel. Oh my god, I might just cut the series. Calm down, read. And we don't need to, and that we don't need to be constantly making Sayori feel self-conscious by talking about how awful she must feel. I didn't mean anything like that. Excuse me. I just got lost in the beauty of it. I'm really sorry if I made you feel bad, Sayori. Hey, don't feel bad. I'm really glad you liked it. Bro, my throat feels mad itchy right now. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying I wasn't feeling at least a little bit sad when I wrote this. But, just, you know, I don't want to have everyone freak out about it if I write about sad stuff. Natsuki's right about that. The last thing I want is to have you guys all worried about me. I'm fine, really. So MC, what about... He doesn't. Oh my god, Sayori. Let bro share his thoughts. He's still too worried about his own poem to talk about mine. Bro, let bro if bro has his thoughts, you need to let him share his thoughts. No. Should be good. She's right. Well then. I guess that means it's your turn to show your poem now, MC. Or you, Natsuki. There's only two of you left. Whoever wants to go first. Oh wow, what's going on? This just got like probably one of the best changes of the season. I challenge you to rock, paper, scissors. You fool. You sealed your fate. Don't be so cocky. I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Well, 3 tricks to be exact. That joker's inexcusable. Expect no mercy from me now. Here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Both of them show rock. See, you're a man of tactical sophistication. Don't underestimate me. This isn't even my final technique. What? Now, Monica. MC's gonna show off his ultimate move. 1, 2, 3. MC shows scissors. Natsuki shows rock. Oh, what? Oh my god, bro. What? How? You were a worthy opponent. I had to use my most secret power to defeat you, but in the end, no one ever expects a double rock. Guess that means you go first, MC. I can't believe Scissors lost. I mean, rock beats scissors. I have a request for my poem. And what's that? So my poem's about Sayori. And it would be really embarrassing to share it while she's here. I'm talking a little loud. I gotta tone it down. I swear I didn't do that. Would it be okay if I'll be right back. I need to go to the little girl's room, like right now. Can you just go? I forgot something. Holy shit, dude. Looks like the coast is clear, MC. MC nervously hands over his poem. Dead eyes. Eyes that, not reading it. Not only is your poem about Sayori, your poems are definitely more and more influenced by Sayori's style. You really think so? To be honest, Sayori's poems have always affected me the most, so I guess it makes sense. I tried to write I tried to write like her. Oh yes, it's definitely got the same feeling. Of commingling all the warm fuzzies with the worst, most horrifying despair that you can think of. How did you write this poem, MC? What was your process? Well, I just sat down to write it and just wrote the first 4 lines really quickly. Then they just happened without me thinking much. After it got a little harder, I've been finding it helpful to write poems with more strict structure and rhyming recently, though. Well, does anyone know? Why does MC always look so pissed off? I've never noticed that in club meetings. He always looks so pissed when he's talking. I don't know what that is. Anyways, so I decided just to try it. Let's have every group of lines have 1 more syllable per line. Did it have 1 more syllable per line? I actually never noticed that. Anyways. Oh. I hate the color of MC's eyes. It throws me off. I don't really get how it throws you off. I mean, from my guess is that the color of their text boxes, it's like the color of the text boxes are synced to the color of their eyes. So Monica's is green, Natsuki's is pink, yours is purple, and Sayori's is light blue. So in places where the rhymes were pretty loose, but mostly I knew what I wanted to say and mostly I knew what I wanted to say, and it was just a question of finding the right words to say it. I could tell you worked on the structure. I could tell that you worked on the structure for this one. It was much more formal and strict than usual for you. I just, have we ever seen MC's poems in like the main game? I don't think we ever have. I know we've seen like the others' poems in the main game, but I don't think we ever saw like the main character's poems. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why we never got that. Anyways. It made it feel very serious, although that could be just the subject matter. But Monica is definitely right, as with Sayori's poems. I'm sorry, I need to get a drink real quick. I will be right back. Oh wait, no, what am I doing? No, BRB. Okay, there we go. Alright, I am back. And Ellie, to answer your assumption, actually, having text boxes that are like color coordinated to each character, it's actually a lot harder than you think. That was confirmed to me. The club meetings dev literally told me himself that it is a lot harder to have color coded text boxes rather than just have a text box that's like a different color. Like, for example, like if the text box would be just blue for all characters, that wouldn't be that hard. But if you would have it be like red for MC, yellow for Monica or something, that would be a little difficult. Anyways. But Monica's definitely right. As with Sayori's poems, it's very easy to feel the pain and joy, the blurred line between laughter and tears. What the fuck? Oh. Thanks, Yuri. Natsuki steps over and lightly puts her hand on MC's arm. You know, MC, she's gonna be okay. Especially since she's got you around to look after her. But you better not break her heart, or else you'll have to answer to the rest of us. Hey there, no reason to talk about breaking anyone's heart. There totally is. Even if your poem is grim as shit, it still it proves that you care about her. There's something on my earbud cord. What the fuck? Anyways, were you just the one yelling at us to not read too much into personal stuff into poems? And of course, I do care about her. I'm her friend. Oh, I meant more than that. I meant more than that, buddy. I mean that you like her, yo. I never said that. She's not my girlfriend. Of course she's not. Come on, guys, this is really important. I care a lot about Sayori, but the last time there were any weird feelings, like what you were talking about, well, you know. You guys promised not to tell Sayori about the poem or this conversation? I'm really worried that the poem might upset her, or at least be kind of disruptive for her. And I really don't want her to be suddenly surprised by you guys telling her that you think I have feelings for her either. Your secret's safe with me. I won't say anything. Well, that's kind of ominous. My silence can be bought. For the right price. Yeah, what price? Natsuki whispers something in NC's ear. Well, that's not so bad, I guess. Shoot, I should ask for more if that's what you think. Be cautious in bargaining with Natsuki, MC. Be going for almost an hour. It's like making a deal with a trickster spirit. You may find that bargain is unexpected downsides. Stay out of this, you. So how about it, MC? It's a deal. So be it. The agreement is made. I warned you. Okay then. Can I ask you a question, MC? I asked everyone to write a poem about recent events. So far, all of us have written poems about that are basically about how we feel about the truth of things. Yours was entirely focused on your awful experience with Sayori. Now that was terrible, and I'm not minimizing it. I know it was probably extremely traumatic, and I know that it was my fault. And again, I'm sorry for putting you and her through that. But my question is, was it really so awful that it's taking up more headspace than the whole problem with the fundamental nature of our reality? Yes, or I guess the reality thing doesn't seem as important. It's kind of hard to say that the other thing was so traumatic when it's sort of been undone. But it did make me realize some stuff, and I guess that's what the poem is about. Everything else just doesn't matter as much, or at least right now. I'm sure I'll probably freak out about it later, but for now, yeah, my thoughts are just elsewhere. I see. I'll go get Sayori now. Don't want to keep her waiting outside too long. Did I say something wrong? I don't think so. Monika's just trying to cope with her own emotions about things. In walk Monika and a very cheery looking Sayori. Okay, I'm back. Shucks, did I miss MC's poem? Oh well, he could just show it to me later, I guess. Unless he happens to forget. Which he could very conveniently do. Okay, yes. I think the point has been... Now it's your turn, Natsuki. The Vice President commanded. What is on my... The hell is that? Whatever. That's not the focus right now. Your turn now, Natsuki. The Vice President commands it. And also, Natsuki is the only one left. Natsuki reluctantly hands her poem over. Honestly, I might just upload like a separate video just like showcasing all of the poems after I'm done with after I'm done with the first 3 seasons, because I don't know how long it's gonna take for Club Meeting Season 4 to come out. Anyways, now before you guys get too excited, Natsuki, you're so sweet. Can I just say really quick how much I appreciate this? It's almost like having an argument with someone. It's almost like having an argument with someone off the page, but it's so friendly and warm about it. It's very therapeutic. But I agree. Bro, why are they not letting her speak? It's so good to know that no matter what is happening or what weird it's so philosophical quandaries you have something real with the people around you in the form of your own feelings about them. Now then, before you're not gonna interrupt. Oh my god, I suck at reading. Okay, you're not gonna interrupt too, Yuri. You have my undivided attention. I was gonna say, before you guys get too excited, I'm not trying to creep you out or anything. You guys are definitely my best friends and all. Just don't go thinking I'm super needy and dependent, okay? It's not like I need you guys to survive. I'm just really glad you guys are around, that's all. Now, Yuri, were you gonna say anything? We all know what's coming. I know it's coming. I forgot everything about what's in this mod, yet I know exactly what she's gonna say. Okay, never mind. I thought she was just gonna call it Q. Okay, so you get back here. Here we go again. I'm gonna go wrangle with them. Sayori, will you get the email questions ready in the meantime? You got it, Chief. I am not Tsundere. Yes, you are. I am not. You literally started a sentence with "it's not like I," so you definitely are. Stop running so I can explain to you why I'm not. That's okay. Stop throwing things. I am not cleaning this up. Now let's try to figure out this whole email situation. This has been my favorite part of the episodes. I love reading the emails. Monika, I just need it up on the computer, right? Right, but you need to feed the email client through Ren'Py. I definitely know how to do that. Hang on. Actually, wait, don't click that. Here, let me show you. Oh, this looks nice. This background looks nice. Anyways. And we tell it to access the email here. There we go. And voila. I don't know what that means. Something like, and there it is. Anyways, we got, hey Moni, are you the same Monika that runs the Twitter account LilMonix3? It's getting a little late in the day, so before we finish, we've decided that we're gonna wrap up club time every week with questions from the real world. You can email me at that's email if anyone wants to shoot something. Anyways, and I'll answer your email to the best of my ability. Or if you have a question that involves the others, I'll pass it on to them. Just make sure you tell me who it's for. Bro, I feel like I should I low-key feel like shooting an email. Anyways. Otherwise, I'll probably just assume you were talking to me. Depending on how many emails we have at a time, we might not be able to answer all of them on screen, as it were. but you'll always at least get a reply from us. And we'll try as hard as we can to do live answers for as many as possible. I just lost my thoughts. Oh my god, dude. Okay. We've streamed for this episode, next episode, then end stream. Okay. And if we show your answer live, we'll always hide your email address or other identifying information through, though we'll show whatever signature you want to put there. Our first question comes from Cassie. Let me just read it real quickly. I already read it, so I'm not reading it again. No, I am not that Monica. There are lots of different Monicas in each instance of the game, and each instance of each mod, of course. But whichever one runs that Twitter account isn't me. Honestly, Twitter seems kind of more trouble than it's worth a lot of the time. I'm not saying I never get an account, but I don't really have interest right now. It is a pretty good Twitter account, though. It's definitely a me that's writing it. It feels so familiar feeling. Familiar feeling. Familiar feeling. Familiar feeling. Although she has an even blacker sense of humor. On to the next question. Hit it, Sayori. This question is for Sayori. Hey Sayori, do you like... Hey, this question is... Man, I didn't get to read it! Man, there's a lot of stuff on my screen, dog. Anyways. Yeah, sometimes music helps. Well, I don't know if it helps, but sometimes it makes you feel alright about not feeling right. Not feeling alright, if that makes sense. And so I usually listen to music that has it's either really sad or really aggressive. Recently, I've been listening to David Bowie's new album, Black Star. And Monica really got me into Radiohead. She's a huge fan of theirs. That's not aggressive enough. I like aggressive music, and even then, that stuff isn't really aggressive enough for me. But in general, yeah, I like aggressive and sad stuff when I'm feeling depressed. Pink Floyd really worked for me when I'm on the sad side, and Death Cab for Cutie. On the aggressive stuff, it's basically always Slayer. I'm pretty sure the developer of this mod is a really big metal fan. Metal or hard rock fan. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna assume. That would be mad disrespectful. I'm not gonna assume. But judging by the fact that they always mention bands, I'm pretty sure this developer is a big hard rock or metal fan. Which I respect that. Sometimes I mix it up. I was listening to a lot of Amon Amarth last week, but nothing is quite like Slayer. Damn, Sayori, that's some pretty hard stuff. Yeah, I'm hardcore. Sayori throws up the horns. But that doesn't mean that any of it is my favorite music. It isn't. That's just the stuff that helps you the most when you're feeling depressed. It helps to validate your feelings to hear something similar in music, I guess. I think. Although, to be honest, most of the time when I'm feeling that way, I don't even want to listen to music. But enough of that. Let me go bring up the next question. Do you guys have internet in there? How does that work? Yep, we have the internet. I didn't even see the internet. Do you guys have the internet? Okay. Now, it's not even close to the real one that you guys have. It was a little bit tricky. And we'd have to modify the OS a little on whatever computer we want to run the real internet on. But we've done that for all our own computers, so now we can use the same internet as you. It's not too much different from the internet I remember from before. Although, I'm not sure I should be trusting on my own memory that much. but it does really help me. But it does really help me feel like I'm a little bit more part of your world, which is nice. There are definitely some differences, though. It's subtle, but you notice it eventually. What is this game? It is called Doki Doki Literature Club, and the mod is called Club Meetings. And welcome, not cringe. Anyways. Before, it always seemed like, for instance, ads and other content were always relevant and on point. And it was really easy to find stuff on search engines. Whatever you were looking for would always be the first page. Now there's a lot more random irrelevant stuff and more nitty gritty in retrospect more realistic. I think before, when the game needed to backfill your memory on it, probably did. Okay, wait. I think before, when the memory needed to backfill your memory, it probably did so most in the efficient way possible. The internet would have been kind of like a Potemkin village, and that the game built only whenever you needed it. But with our little fix, it's not like you suddenly realize how a magic trick works. There's another big difference. The old internet had normal references to our school. It even had a Wikipedia page. I think I even remember that there was different information about the place where we live. Okay, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I think I'm going to cut the stream after this episode. It's a place that also exists in the real world. On your internet, at our school, and the whole neighborhood doesn't exist. But on our internet, everything's altered to accommodate us and our school, like maps and stuff. The maps are definitely different. In fact, since we could still access the facade internet, we could possibly find all the differences. Yeah, we could also, of course, the real internet has a bunch of stuff in it relating to our game. It's still weird to call it that. But seeing all the Literature Club stuff on the internet is really surreal. It's cool in some ways, and some terrible in others. I definitely appreciate all the memes. You guys are top tier meme moments, and I consume your content. And it is fun to be the center of a bunch of internet culture in some ways. But also a lot of mean or hurtful stuff on there. I guess it makes sense since we're just fictional characters to you. And maybe it's more raw for us than you, since we recently went through the stuff that you guys have been digesting for a couple of years apparently. Still sucks to see though. Oh, and don't even get me started on all the degenerate stuff. Yes, that was rather shocking. So yeah, we definitely try to stay away from that kind of stuff usually. Except for maybe MC, of course. Hey, why would you think that No, it's alright, MC. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's perfectly natural for a guy your age, even if it does lead to harsh, unrelating mockery from all your friends. Now, hang on a second. Why would I want to look at that stuff? Okay. Now, hold on. Why would I want to look at stuff like that? That's not a denial. And why wouldn't you? Are you saying we're not attractive? Because that would be terribly rude of you. Or maybe you're trying to be faithful to a special someone. Can we please move on to the next question? I can't win with you guys sometimes. His favorite horror movies, everyone. Oh, I'll go first. Of course you will. Oh my god. Why is Natsuki so merciless? I really like psychological horror. Jump scares don't annoy me per se, but you definitely can't rely on them. Jordan Peele's horror movies have been outstanding so far. I strongly recommend Get Out. Black Swan, and Suspiria. How old is this mod? I actually have no idea. I wouldn't say this is a newer mod because we're already on season 4. Hold on. You got me hyperfixated on this, Natalie, so I need to find out. Dang, this was in 2020. Over 5 years ago. February 16th, 2020. Excuse me. So yeah, that is definitely a long time. Black Swan and Suspiria are also excellent recent films in the genre. Damn. I thought it was newer. Nah, this is a pretty old mod. There are also a number of classics that are favorites of mine. That's gonna be a really long answer, isn't it? Now, the Saw series is inconsistent and terribly gory, of course, but if you can stomach the gore, some movies in the series ask very interesting questions of the viewer. Obviously, The Shining Fantastic. Holy crap. I don't even want to read all this. Okay. Obviously, The Shining Fantastic. Obviously, The Shining. Obviously, The Shining is fantastic. Everyone should watch The Shining. Yep, long answer. I personally have a soft spot for John Carpenter's The Thing, and no other versions of that film. But before Natsuki yells at me for going on too long, my favorite horror movie is The Rope by Alfred Hitchcock. Hitchcock. I am very immature. Anyways. Some people might not even consider it horror, I guess, but it definitely fits the bill for me. The ghastly deed has already been done when the movie starts, and the movie's all about tension of that crime. And the filmography is very elegant. The whole thing takes place in 2 rooms, and the movie seems as though it's filmed in one long take. It's pretty amazing. Okay, I'm done. 3 words. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Natsuki's got taste. I'm pretty indifferent about the horror genre. I'm pretty indifferent about horror in general, but I firmly believe that if you're going to, you should go ham. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre is super fucking ham. I really like Cabin in the Woods. Monica with the super meta choice, surprising no one. Oh my god, that's disrespectful. I mean, can you blame me? My favorites though are probably the classic slasher movies. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and Scream is kind of a fun distraction. So yeah, that kind of thing. I don't like horror movies. It's scary. That's the whole fucking point of the horror movie. Read my mind. That's the point, doofus. Yeah, I know, but I guess I don't get why you'd want to be scared. Plus, horror movies are for people being hurt, and that makes me sad. So I don't watch them unless I have to. What about you, MC? Before you die, you should see Ringu. I think that's everyone. We have time for one more question. Hey, so is everything okay with Natsuki, like, at home? I knew this question will come up eventually. Look, guys, I don't really want to talk about it this much. It's really none of your business. But I get that you guys might be worried about after what you've heard. My dad's not a monster, okay? He's going through some kind of rough part in his life right now. And yeah, that makes things difficult between him and me. And the details of that are really are none of your business. But I'm perfectly safe, and no, I'm not starving to death, although sometimes we do have trouble making ends meet. My dad is a good guy and he loves me, and I love him, and sometimes love is about getting through stuff with people when they're at their worst. And I'll leave it at that. Well, it's getting dark early these days, we should probably wrap it up. Wait, we didn't hear your writing tip of the day. Yeah, you didn't give us anything to do for next time. I was getting to that. I did forget to give my writing tip of the day though. Or rather, I forgot to tell everyone what it was. Oh my gosh, okay. So make sure to keep some So make sure to keep some paper and a writing implement near your bed. That way you can write down ideas and trains of thought that you leave off as you finish dreaming. But you have to be quick about it, since usually those kinds of ideas are forgotten quickly. That's why you keep those materials close at hand. And that's Monica's writing tip of the day. As for something for next time, let's do poems again. At least for another week, I think. But this time, we'll do something different. The theme will be something that makes you happy. What the fuck? I think we could all use a little more lightheartedness. And don't forget to email us me your questions for us. Remember the email address. It's that email address. Okay, that's all for today. Club adjourned. You about ready to go? Sayori? Hey, Sayori. Yeah, sorry, I was spaced out. Let's go. We all know I should have spaced out, or at least I do. It's so pretty this time of day, isn't it? Yeah, it sure is. You okay, MC? You seem kind of lost in your own thoughts this evening. Hey, Sayori? Yeah? Earlier, when we were reading your poem, it reminded me. Do you remember when I told you to take better care of me than you do yourself? Remember when I told you that you take better care of me than you do yourself? Yeah? Assuming that was really you, you know, that said that, was it? Sayori, that was me. You shouldn't try to distract me, and you shouldn't try to distract me from this. I'm wise to your tricks now. You don't need to start taking you. Blah, blah, blah. The music sounds nice, makes me sleepy. Yeah, it kinda does. And that's with actually caring about yourself and your feelings. Please stop. The only thing that keeps me functioning is not caring about how I feel. Being numb. How I feel. You don't understand. How I feel. You don't understand. The problem is too big. The problem is much too big and hopeless. If I had to worry about it, I would just shut down. And it's like telling me to climb Mount Everest right now, just like I am, with no equipment, alone. It's just impossible. All I want is for my friends to be happy, especially you. That's why I spend so much time doing stuff for you and the others. Especially when you waste so much time and energy looking after me in my messy life. I just want you guys to be happy and spend time on things and people that are worth it. It's okay if you guys are happy. It's what I want more than anything. You really don't need to worry about me. I'm more trouble than I'm worth, you know? Why is she smiling when she said that? That is very concerning. Someone check on Sayori, please. That's enough. Sayori, I don't know what it's like to have depression like yours, and I believe you when you say it seems like a huge insurmountable problem. But no one's asking you to climb Mount Everest alone or with no equipment. And maybe we're asking you to do something really hard, but you need the right tools to do it. Doctors, therapy, practice with thinking differently about yourself, maybe even medicine. And right now, not only will you not do that, but you won't even try. And even worse than that, you won't even let your friends help you. You won't even let me help you. MC sighs. Sayori, can you promise me one thing? Will you try to care about yourself and get better? I'll help you in any way I can. Whatever you need, I can do. Sayori quickly wipes. What the fuck was that? Sayori quickly wipes her eyes and almost immediately regains her composure. Like I said, MC, you don't understand. It's not that I won't try. Wait, what you want me to try? It's that I can't. I literally cannot. It takes absolutely 100% of my effort just to get up in the morning and put one foot in front of the other. Just to keep going requires me to strain myself mentally as hard as I can to the point of exhaustion. And even then, well, apparently sometimes I can't even keep going. But I've never worried about that. The only thing I worry about is everyone else, especially you. I don't want to be dragged down by such an immovable, heavy object, you know? I feel like everything would be alright if I just knew you guys were all happy, no matter how it was with me. Siri arrives at the front door. Ah, home again. She opens the door. Wait. And MC blocks the way in. Don't go in yet. After a few seconds, MC looks down and at the ground for a long while, then looks back up again. Please don't leave. Siri gently ducks under MC's arm into her house and turns back. I have to. I'm tired and I need sleep. Hey MC, can you promise me something? Yeah, anything. And I need you to promise not to worry about me. Go home and do something to take your mind off it, okay? Siri, I don't know if I can promise that. At least try to for tonight, okay? It would help me if I could feel like you weren't stressing about me. Now go home and get some sleep. You have that calculus test in the morning. You should be well rested for it. Good night. Please keep trying, Sayori. You don't. He puts his forehead against the door. You don't know how important it is to me. See you next week. She's asleep right now, but don't forget to email Monica your questions at the email address. She's been getting pretty anxious about getting enough questions. Be sure to check the credits.txt file. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't care about any of that. Till next time. Alright, that was episode 1. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream. I will be doing episode 2 tomorrow night, hopefully, if I remember. I will see you guys.